Story starts a little bit earlier. I had a bit of a rough start in life. I was surrounded by substance abuse and domestic violence in a very typical upper middle class, everything looked right on the surface family. And I took that into my marriage as well. And so that's where I really started. I did everything right. I got my degree, I got married, I had children, I became a stay-at-home mom, and life was miserable. So I finally worked up the courage to leave that marriage. But for anybody who's a survivor of domestic abuse, you know that it leaves scars that are far beyond anything physical, right? There's the mental, emotional tax that it takes on you. And I genuinely believed as a newly single mother that I really was not capable of anything more than being a kindergarten teacher, which I love teaching. But as Kristen mentioned, it's also great to eat dinner at night. So I was working that full time and 2 part-time jobs in the evening. I would stand in food lines on Sundays where restaurants would hand out food in little Tupperware containers for those that were in need. I was learning how to sew and grow my own food just to be able to make ends meet. The idea of being able to buy a home was so far out of reach to me. But as you can imagine, I was really burnt out. I wasn't around for my children. I couldn't be there to help raise them, and I had sole custody, and I was miserable. So I was looking on YouTube one day, as one does when they're miserable in bed late at night and doom scrolling, and I came across this panel for organizations that champion women, and Robin was on there, and she talked about tech moms. And I thought, okay, well, let's see, let me look into this, because I couldn't financially afford to go back to school, and government does not assist you after you already have a bachelor's degree for the most part. And I certainly did not have time to go to night school because I was already working 3 jobs while raising 3 children on my own. And Tech Moms was on Saturdays, and they provide free childcare and free lunch and free devices because of the amazing people that donate to this organization. So I thought, what do I have to lose? Let's just do it, right? So I jumped in, and I'm probably the least techie person in the room. I was raised by a computer programmer who was always trying to get me to build computers with him, and I was like, see you later, Dad, I'm going out to the desert. But I did it anyways, and I stuck with it, and there were many times where I cried, and these women held me through that and said, stick with it. I know you don't love computers, but there are so many opportunities out there. You don't have to become a programmer, I promise. Which was so reassuring to me. So I continued to stick with it. I got the language, I got the support, I got the networking. I got the women there in my corner saying, you can do it, keep going. So I applied for a full-time position with one of my part-time jobs at an ed tech company. So I was able to stay in the education sector. I was then able to quit my full-time teaching job and my second part-time job. So I got down to 1 job, you guys. Wasn't this amazing? Only working 40 hours a week, and I was fully remote, so I could be home with my kids. And within a year of taking that job, I got 4 promotions, and I am now the manager of their entire customer support division. I get to homeschool. 2 of my children wanted to homeschool, and I was like, great, let's do it. So I'm home with them. I'm with them all the time. And I finally bought a house in November. So to say that Tech Moms has changed my life would be a huge understatement. I never would have taken the risks and been as assertive as I was if I had not had these beautiful women in my corner encouraging me, giving me the language and the confidence and the understanding to know that I am capable of so much more. So, thank you, Tech Moms.